Practical English Podcast.
Welcome back to Practical English Podcast. Today, we're tackling one of the most challenging workplace skills, giving feedback.
That's right. Imagine you need to tell a colleague their work isn't meeting expectations, but you don't want to damage the relationship or sound harsh.
In this episode, you'll learn exactly how native speakers give constructive criticism professionally and diplomatically. This is essential for B1 to C1 learners who want to lead, manage, or collaborate effectively.
Let's get started.
Meet Michael Torres, a senior marketing manager at a digital agency in Toronto. He's been working with Emma, a talented junior designer, for 6 months.
Michael just submitted a client presentation deck, but there's a problem. The design looks great, but the content doesn't align with the client's brand guidelines. Michael needs to address this before the client sees it.
This is a delicate situation. Emma worked hard on this project, and Michael doesn't want to demotivate her, but he also needs to ensure the work meets professional standards. So how does Michael deliver this feedback without sounding rude or overly critical? Let's listen.
Okay, I need to talk to Emma about the presentation. Let me plan this carefully. I don't want to crush her confidence, but I need to be clear about what needs to change. First, I'll start with something positive. Then I'll address the issue specifically. And finally, I'll offer support to help her fix it. Hey, Emma, do you have a few minutes to discuss the client deck?
Sure, Michael. I just sent it over this morning. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I want to say the visual design is really strong. The color palette and layout are eye-catching, and I can see you put a lot of thought into the creative direction.
Thanks. I tried to make it stand out.
You definitely achieved that. However, I noticed a few areas where we might need to make some adjustments before we present it to the client.
Michael said, however, I noticed a few areas where we might need to make some adjustments.
Notice the soft language here. Might need and some adjustments. This is called hedging. It makes feedback sound less direct and more collaborative. Example, we might want to reconsider this approach. Back to the conversation.
Oh, okay. What kind of adjustments?
So if I'm understanding the client's brief correctly, they emphasize maintaining consistency with their existing brand guidelines. I'm wondering if we could align the presentation more closely with their brand colors and typography.
I thought adding some fresh elements would make it more dynamic.
I completely understand that thinking, and creativity is definitely important. That being said, for this particular client, they've been very specific about brand consistency in the past.
That being said, is a perfect connector for giving feedback. It acknowledges the other person's perspective before introducing a contrasting point. It softens disagreement and keeps the conversation respectful.
Example, your idea has merit. That being said, we need to consider the budget constraints. Let's continue.
Got it. So you're saying I should stick more closely to their brand guide?
Exactly. I think if we adjust the color scheme to match their primary brand colors and use their approved fonts, the presentation will feel more aligned with their expectations.
That makes sense. Do you want me to revise the entire deck?
Not the entire deck. The structure and content flow are solid. It's really just the visual elements that need tweaking. I'd say focus on slides 3 through 7. Those are the client-facing sections.
Okay, I can do that. How much time do I have?
We need to submit it by end of day tomorrow. Do you think that's manageable, or would you like me to assign someone to help you?
Do you think that's manageable? Is a great question for giving feedback. It shows respect for the other person's workload and invites them to be honest about their capacity. It's collaborative, not demanding. Example, is this timeline manageable for you? Back to Michael and Emma.
No, I can handle it. I'll reference their brand guidelines and make the updates today.
Perfect. And hey, if you have any questions while you're working on it, feel free to ping me. I'm happy to review the changes before you finalize everything.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate the feedback. I didn't realize how strict they were about brand consistency.
No worries at all. It's something you learn over time with each client. The important thing is that your design skills are really developing, and I'm confident this revision will be spot on.
Thanks. I'll send you the updated version by this afternoon.
Sounds great. Looking forward to seeing it.
And that's how Michael gave constructive feedback without damaging Emma's confidence or their working relationship.
Let's break down what he did right. First, he started with genuine positive feedback. He acknowledged Emma's effort and highlighted what was working well.
Then he used soft language to introduce the criticism. Phrases like, "We might need to make some adjustments," and "I'm wondering if we could align," made the feedback feel collaborative, not accusatory.
He also validated Emma's thinking before redirecting her. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," he said, "I completely understand that thinking," which kept the conversation respectful.
Finally, he offered support. He didn't just point out the problem, he gave clear direction on what to fix and offered to help if needed.
This approach works in any professional setting. Whether you're managing a team, collaborating with colleagues, or giving pure feedback, these strategies help you communicate clearly without being rude.
Let's review the key phrases from today's episode.
The visual design is really strong.
However, I noticed a few areas where we might need to make some adjustments.
If I'm understanding the brief correctly,
I completely understand that thinking. That being said,
do you think that's manageable?
feel free to ping me if you have any questions.
Your design skills are really developing.
Practice using these phrases when giving feedback. They'll help you sound professional, diplomatic, and supportive.
Great job following along. If you want more real-life English conversations to strengthen your workplace communication, check out the next episode.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Practical English Podcast.